Hello Libra, welcome back. And if you are new here, I love you already. This is going to be a general reading for July. Three parts as usual. First of all, state of mind, where you're coming from, where you're going to. Secondly, your path through July, and then get some clarifications because right at the end to go beyond July. Let's get right into it. Oh, and while I think about it, there's a great way to support my channel, and that's to buy me a coffee. Libra, what do we have for you? Wow. So many major arcana. So the card I have representing you this month is the Hanged Man. And this is you suddenly looking at things differently, you know? Like, oh, my life used to be this and I thought this was important, but now it's different. It can also mean you feeling in a state of limbo, like nothing's moving forward for you. Okay. So yeah, it'll apply differently to different people, but for some it's going to say, well, I'm in a state of limbo, and other people are going to say, well, maybe I should look at things a little bit differently. And maybe that's why you're in a state of limbo, because you realized, well, maybe I've got to do things a little bit differently, because your challenges change. Things changing around you, and maybe that's what's causing you to get stuck, because you're not coping with the change that's going on around you. Well, that's certainly going to be the challenge for you this month, is change that's happening around you. And that change might make you feel, oh my God, now I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a place. But it's going to require you to look at things a little bit differently. In your emotional kind of state, your heart space, if you like, I think you're being okay, you know, like in a great place. A great place of self-love, fulfillment. And if you're in a relationship, it just feels like it's feeling the words wholesome coming to mind. But if you're single, I see it as a great state of self-acceptance. In your headspace, you're focusing a lot on your dreams, Libra. You're focusing on the future. And you have big dreams, and you dream a lot. So my advice is to write the dreams down. If you are dreaming a lot, especially about your future and your goals and things like that, write them down when you wake up, because dreams tend to fade after even half an hour if you don't write them down. So keep a little journal next to your bed and write your dreams down. Where you're coming from, Libra, is quite a cold space. Okay, in terms of life has been very shitty for me. Like, everything I've done doesn't seem to be working out, and you may have had to make a few hard realizations. Like, well, maybe the path I'm on is not really working, you know, even though I want it, but it's just too impractical. It's like you've learned some really hard lessons over the last couple of months, but that kind of period is over. But where I do see you going forward is a little bit of stress coming in for you, and I think it's because things are changing, you know. And this might not be stress, it might just be lying awake at night plotting your way forward, because we've got that hanged man kind of energy of looking at things a little bit differently. Let's get some more cards. Yeah. So your insecurity, or what you think you might be doing wrong, is the Knight of Coins. And this will come up when you're doubting whether you're putting yourself out there enough, or the way you're putting yourself out there may be not working. Okay. So for instance, if you got a YouTube channel or an online store or a business, I think this month you're going to feel frustrated because you think maybe you're not doing the right things to market yourself or your products. But it's an insecurity, it's a doubt, okay? And usually when it's here, it means you are, but maybe the environment is not right. But I doubt it's the environment, because the environment that you're operating in July is just open for big change, you know? It's like this big blank canvas waiting for you. So I just see that whatever you try this month, because of this massive changes possibly taking place, it's a blank canvas for you. You know, you've got the opportunity now to start fresh, or to promote yourself in a completely different way. All I'm saying is there's like this big empty blank canvas lying out there, saying, "Oh, paint me now," you know, like one of your French girls. No, but seriously, it's like a blank canvas waiting for you. And your advice is to manifest abundance through affirmations. Visualize abundance for yourself in the future. Focus on that abundance. And the outcome, and it's got to do with this Tower card, the change, is you moving away from something going forward. And that usually means, if it's not another person you're moving away from, it could be just somebody in your past that you like, okay, it's time that can't affect me anymore. But it could just be you moving away from old ways of doing things, or old ways of looking at things, because we've got this hanged man, and the hanged man says, look at things differently this month. And that's your energy. It's this stopping and thinking and wondering, is there another way I can do this? And the Eight of Cups is you moving away from an old way of doing things, or an old person that's been in your life, or an old need. So for instance, if you have been thinking that you're unfulfilled because you're single, you know, maybe you'll move away from that. And because I see you being fulfilled where you are, whether you're single or whether you know, with somebody. I think there's fulfillment here. So I think you're going to move away from the old way of thinking. Okay, let's have a look. Another 3 cards just towards the end of July, and maybe, you know, looking a little bit beyond. Okay, you have the Seven of Swords, and for me, that's, and I think it's associated with this moving away, you know. And it's not going to be an easy thing for you to do. It's like you fighting off the temptation to go back into your old ways again, if you like. Your old ways of thinking. And I mean, you started with the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is like this clinical realization that things are not working the way you're doing things right now. And then the Eight of Coins is you moving away from the old ways. And the Seven of Swords is you kind of just fighting the temptation to sink back into your old ways as such. And then you have the Nine of Wands, and for me it's very much, it's all related to this moving into a new space, because the Nine of Wands is you looking for that missing piece. Like you feel there's something just missing. There's something that you're not doing. So I think at the end of July, by the end of July, and maybe moving a little bit forward into August, you're going to start realizing what this missing piece is. Because then I have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is you being a celebrity in your own life, you know. Yeah, I think this is a very specific reading, Libra, and it's very much it's a big issue. It's not a very specific issue. It's like a broad outlook on your life. Like you've you've realized there's something you're not doing right, or there's something you've been doing that is not going in the right direction. And then you know your challenge is to change that way. And part of that challenge is trying not to be tempted to go back to your old ways and trying to, beat a dead horse, if you like. Libra, I hope this made sense to you. And if it does resonate with you, hit the like button. As I say, it's quite a broad and at the same time specific reading. If it does resonate, drop a like, and yeah, don't forget to buy me a coffee, help support the channel. And I'll see you again soon.